If you were paying attention to some of the activities around Main Street about 4 to 6 weeks ago, you probably saw a traffic accident somewhere around 8th and Main. So far as I heard, reading the reports, there wasn't any loss of life. There wasn't any injuries sustained by the riders, the drivers. But it did cause a lot of damage, apparently, to the cars, as those kind of things do. Well, according to the report, it took about 45 minutes or so to clean up that whole area of downtown Hays. Sometimes downtown Hays is pretty busy, but oh my goodness, on that day, there were cars strewn everywhere. They were just trying to, they're trying to get through, maybe. But I think they were gawking. I would think they were looking to see whose car that was. Who was there? Everybody was looking. Human nature is that we desire to see what's going on in the world around us. So this story of Zacchaeus that Benton and Jaron shared with the children that Pastor Annie just read for us just moments ago is really about us in a way. It's about who we are. It's about the things that we bring with us. First of all, it's a human interest story. Certainly there's some clamoring around. You heard Pastor Annie read that it was in Jericho. Jericho's not all that far from Jerusalem. Luke has Jesus making his way through the cities, the villages, the communities, on his way to Jerusalem. He had put his face to Jerusalem. That meant something for those original hearers and readers. It meant that Jesus was making it plain and clear in his life that things were going to go a little differently than what somebody might have wanted. So Jesus and the first followers, they're there. It's a clamor. It's almost like a parade. So Zacchaeus, this little song that you probably sang when you were younger, what was Zacchaeus was? Remember that? It's not just a song we sing and pass on to our children or our grandchildren. This story is a human interest story about who we are, who you are, about the very fact that we desire to see what's going on. It's a conflicted story as well, though. Isn't that who we are? Or are you different than I am? I have conflicted moments in my life all the time. Sometimes with myself, but all the time with people that I care about. Now, I may be conflicted about people I don't care about, but it hurts me most. I find myself most in the Zacchaeus story when I see myself hurting or being angry toward the people that I care about. Zacchaeus is coming to the Messiah. He's climbing that, what did we learn in the song? The sycamore tree. He's climbing up that tree. He was a person of small stature. He also was described in what Pastor Annie read as the chief tax collector. Now, it wasn't just any tax collector. I mean, tax collectors in the Messiah's day were bad enough. But can you imagine being the chief tax collector? The one who if you were looking at him, you thought he was lining his pockets with my taxes. He's a character of dis or ill repute. He's a person that you would not invite to join you. He's a person that you would not be near. He's a person you would not get close to. This Zacchaeus. But yet, the Messiah invites him. Come down from that tree, Zacchaeus. Come down from that tree. It's a conflicted story, but it's not just a conflicted story. It's a radical story. For this person of his kind of status, one of them is welcomed in the Messiah's presence. It helps us see that we're in this story. We may be feeling like we're one of them. We may be feeling like we're on the outside, that people are looking at us and they don't know what to do with us. We are weird, we are strange, and we don't belong. This story of Zacchaeus is our story, because sometimes we feel as if we don't belong. Sometimes we feel as if we're on the outside. Zacchaeus undoubtedly felt that way. He was a person of different kind of status. He was raised up in the community as the chief tax collector, but in the eyes of some, he was the biggest sinner that there ever could be. He was welcomed by the Messiah. But lastly, it's a salvation story. It's our story, it's your story, it's my story, it's the world's story. The saving of the lost. The Messiah says, I came to save the lost, the least, the last, the alone. That's our story. I'm last. I'm lost. I'm alone. This is your story. This is our story. Zacchaeus and you and I, we may not look alike, physically featured, but we certainly are like Zacchaeus, for we are standing in that tree. We are finding our way, climbing to catch a glimpse of the Messiah.